You wake up and hit the snooze 4 times. You grab your phone, open up Instagram, and scroll to the bottom of the feed. After 4 hours of mindless scrolling, you finally get out of your bed. You do basically nothing and your mind is distracted. You stay up until the midnight and repeat the cycle again. This is what you've been doing for the past 5 years. I knew it because I've been there, wasting my precious focus every morning. If you're watching this video, I'm sure it sounds familiar. You want to fix your social media addiction so that you can start focus and be productive. I guarantee you, by the end of this video, you stop your scrolling habit and wasting your time on social media and start focusing on the things that improve your life in a better way. So let's dive in. See, the problem is that scrolling is bad, but you don't know how to fix it. You need to break this cycle so that you can put your focus, your energy into something that makes progress in your life. So the first thing that we're gonna talk about is social media fasting. You've seen this online where people talk about dopamine detox, and I've done a full 6 months of dopamine detox and it changed my life forever. But there are slight differences I do than the normal dopamine detox, where all you do is stop your social media habits, you stop eating junk food, and finally you go to the gym, reading some books, start your business. The problem with dopamine detox is that you don't truly use your focus, your energy into something that makes you progress in life. So let's say you've been addicted to social media and video games. You spend at least 4 hours scrolling on Instagram and wasting 10 hours on Fortnite. You spend hours just to feel the sense of making progress in the digital world. When you cut your social media addiction, stop playing video games, you don't know where to put this time and focus. Rather than just do dopamine detox, I found a new way to do it. It's called social media fasting. You spend at least 4 hours on social media every single day, whether it's just consuming content or sharing memes online. If you do social media fasting, you break this cycle of just passively consuming content and feeling just dopamine hits from it. Now you're being conscious the content you're watching right now. So I break the cycle of just consuming content on social media. I still consuming content, but it's all about business, economics, philosophy. And now I make the content based on the lessons and the experience I get. So if you want to fix your social media addiction, rather than just stop consuming content entirely and quit social media, why don't you just do social media fasting, where you shift your mindset from being a consumer and now being a producer. This is how to start social media fasting. So first, I want you to change the type of content that you're consuming. So if you're watching entertainment content like Mr. Beast type of video, I want you to start consuming content on self-improvement, business, economics, or finance, because you need to be conscious the type of content you're consuming, the information you get from it. Second, I want you to implement the lessons. Just consuming content won't make you real progress in life, but if you learn the knowledge, if you get the information and actually practice it in real life, that's when you start seeing a little bit of progress. Whether you start your business and now you start making money, or if you're focusing on fitness, you start building more muscles. And third, I want you to start making content. You can share your lessons, your knowledge that you get from your experience. Do it online on YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. So now you struggle with your social media addiction. You start learning how to fix this addiction, and you share your lessons, your knowledge, the tactics, the tips and tricks to other people. Not only you fix your problems, but you help other people fix their problems. Social media fasting isn't just stop consuming content, but you being conscious what type of content you're consuming. You implement the lessons, the knowledge you get, and you share it online to other people, and hopefully you can solve problems in the future. If you're just mindlessly consuming content and you don't learn the lessons, you don't practice it in real life, you're basically wasting your precious time and energy that you can't get back in the future. So it's better for you to develop the skills that will help you thrive in this modern age. If you consume, learn the lessons, and practice it in real life, produce the content, share your lessons, you don't waste your time. You leverage your time producing content and potentially building your business. You might ask, what is the next step once I fix this problem? Because life without a purpose is boring. So now let's talk about how you can build the life you want. I remember it was back in January 2023 when I had this idea of making content on YouTube, sharing the knowledge, the lessons I get. But I didn't post my first video until October 2023. Funny enough, because I put down all of my savings buying a new iPhone, redecorate my room, and buying some accessories that helped me making content. The first 3 months, I didn't know what I'm doing. I only make content based on the lessons I get from the book I read at the time. 2 years have passed. I've learned the lessons from the book, the content I consume online, the business I make, and my personal life. I've built the life I want, but I don't get complacent. I still want better life. Once you fix your social media addiction, you will start to realize that life is more than the pixels you see on your phone. You'll start get addicted to making progress. You want to develop more skills in life. I fixed my social media addiction and I make content at the same time. Even though I'm still a consumer, but at least I produce content. I help people to get better in life. I choose to make content than just passively scrolling on Instagram for hours without getting new information or the knowledge that I can use in my life. So this is how to build the life you want. First, I want you to visualize the life you don't want. It's easy to visualize the life you want in the future, but it is hard to visualize the life you don't want. So just visualize the life you don't want, like working 9-to-5 job for the rest of your life, living in the same situation, in the same house, driving a same car for your entire life. You start from there and set goals, the goals you want to achieve in the future. Second, I want you to do the opposite. Because you don't want to work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week on the job you hate for the next 40 years and living in the same situation. You want to put in the hard work now and live better life in the future. So you do the opposite of what most people do. Third, I want you to obsess over it. I won't be honest, there is small chance that you can achieve this ideal life. That is not an excuse that you need to follow the life of the majority of people. Go to school, get good grades, get a job, working the same job for the next 40 years. Obsess over it 24/7. That's how you make progress. That's how you achieve your goals, the ideal life you want. Everything is achievable. You got to work for it. You don't want to end up like your parents, your siblings, your friends, doing the same thing for the past 5 years. You want to start your business. You want to influence and help people at scale. Build the life you want because you want to achieve greatness, not mediocrity. And this is why you need to vision the life you don't want and do the opposite, obsess over your journey. So let's talk about how to start your journey. I was in middle school when I first started making money online. I used to grinding on this MMORPG video game for 12 hours a day just to make $50 to $100 a week. At 12 years old, I realized that, oh shit, I can make money online because I was told to go to school, get good grades, and get a job. I was 12 years old, I had no degree, and I'm able to make money online. So what is the problem here? So I started to break every single limiting belief about money, success, and life. That confidence helped me to reach my first $1,000 at the age of 16. And now I'm making content on YouTube. I'm building my brand and my influence. And I want to be honest with you, I learned so much lessons from making money online, starting my first business at 12 years old, than wasting my entire youth, 12 years, go to school and learn nothing. I use social media as leverage to build my personal brand and influence. I make content about productivity and focus. People respect me more because I can speak English in the third world country. To be truth, now I'm living the life I couldn't imagine 7 years ago. This is because I took some risks, take action, and keep going. I want you to start your journey, and this is how. First, know yourself better. This will sound cliche, but we're different from each other. You got to find your own way of success than just following the crowd building the business that most people doing online. Build your own way because you know better more about yourself than anybody else. Second, develop the skill set. Without the skill of editing, copywriting, sales, marketing, I couldn't make content that surprisingly you're still watching right now. So you got to build the skill set and learn through self-education. No matter how hard it is to build the life you want, don't quit, because if you do, every hours, every energy that you've put in so far will be useless. You don't lose if you don't quit. So I'm still grinding on my content. I want to make it better every single time because I want a better life. And the point of starting your journey is to keep going. I know if I stop, I will lose, but I didn't. I keep progressing on my skills, my mindset, and my strategy. This makes sure that you don't lose the game by keep evolving, keep making progress. You learn new things every single day and you adapt. You want to achieve your goals, and this is the important part. Everything I've shared to you is transformation. If you want to achieve your goals, you got to first fix your social media addiction because it's better to watch educational content than entertainment. You start being conscious the type of content you're consuming, and now you start to produce your own content. But remember, you need to celebrate your milestone. This is where most people burnt out, and I've done it too. I used to believe that everything is all about work. It's all about grinding, making progress, and achieve goals. But now, it's all about making progress year after year. There will be seasons when you're making huge progress, and there will be seasons when you're stagnant, not making progress at all. What matters is you're making progress in the long term. You don't see the bigger picture because you're too addicted to small wins. You fix your social media addiction, that's a good thing. But think about what can you do after that? If you just keep going and make progress and don't reflect, you will burn out. Take a step back and be grateful on the progress you've made. You need to celebrate how far you have come in this journey, how much progress you make. Now you can use your social media addiction to leverage your personal brand, to start your own business, and potentially make money years from now. You now see this opportunity. You don't know how good you are in this position than most people. It's funny because this video is about quitting social media. I gave you solid reasons why you need to fix this addiction. But what you need to do next is leverage this addiction to start your business, help other people how you can fix this addiction. And maybe months or even years from now, you make money from it. So if you struggle with social media, being consistent with your work, and you want to make progress faster, consider working one-on-one with me. I have one-on-one program that will help you to fix your procrastination so that you can start focus on the tasks that matters. If you join now, in the next 12 weeks, I guarantee you 100% you will fix your social media addiction, procrastination, and you start to focus on the tasks that you need to do to make progress. So join now, first link in the description below. Also grab my $1 ebook where you can learn my 10 business lessons since I started making money at 12 years old. Link in the description below. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.